Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome to another Mercury's podcast. I am your interplanetary host, Travis Montgomery. What's up to my Mercurites, Mercutonians, and dwellers of Mercury? Today is a special show. We got a special guest. But first, let's go to co-host Kenny. How you doing today?
Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I could. But no one usually calls you out on.
Couldn't be better, man. All right, we don't need to dive all the way into that.
Yeah.
And Sean, my lifelong friend, how have you been doing today?
It's been a long day, but I'm doing good now.
All right. Well, here we go. So what's new with everybody? How's your week going? Kenny, I hear you're working on a new project.
Yeah, working on Project Me. I finally got back into the gym this week, so I'm pretty hurting, pretty sore. Yeah, so.
No preview about your new thing you have coming up, or you want to wait on that?
New thing that I have coming up. What? I'm not exactly sure.
Your show that you're gonna do.
Yeah. It's a show that I have coming up. It's gonna be probably start off on YouTube, see how that goes. But it's gonna be Vegas based, and it's called Strip Talk, and it's basically gonna give tourists the ins and out of Vegas when they come to town, the do's and don'ts, so you don't look like a rookie.
So it's not going to involve strippers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
There'll be strippers as well. I mean, there'll be trips to the strip club that are featured, but that's not going to be the main stuff. It's going to be basically anything that goes on the strip, anything you can find on the strip, places to eat, places best hotels to stay in.
Cool.
Yep, the hot spots.
And how to get deals and stuff, get stuff cheaper. I have an interesting story to tell about strip clubs in Vegas. Do you have any particularly interesting strip club in Vegas stories, Kenny?
I have a few.
I got a really good one that involves Travis, but I have a feeling it's the same story.
Oh, yeah, wait. No, I don't. You weren't there with me with the Spearmint Rhino one, were you?
No, we were at Sapphire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I know. It was your bachelor party.
Yeah.
Let's dive into it. What do you remember? I remember that I hooked you up pretty good. We did it big that night.
Yeah, it was a good night. No, I'm not gonna. You want to tell a story? You tell a story. I don't.
I got I don't remember a lot of that trip, except for we listened to Eminem's album, like the new album, like the whole way there, and I kept trying to touch Mike Baker's leg in the back seat, and he ended up elbowing me. But then at the strip club.
Sure, it didn't hurt that bad.
Well, he took Taekwondo forever. I mean, he got me pretty good. I got the point. He didn't want me to touch his leg anymore. Playing gay jokes was pretty big back then. I don't do it too much anymore, but.
You lie.
I don't know. I think I just remember getting like the most ridiculously looking stripper, and I got Sean a couple lap dances from this one individual. Is that what you remember, Sean? Or
that's not the good part of the story, but like I said, the good part of the story is not embarrassing to me. So.
Well, all right. I don't remember.
That's a good friend.
Did I get a tranny or something?
No, but let's just say you needed a loan.
Oh. Yeah, that was the.
Who hasn't been in that situation?
Yeah, I thought like you you just paid for one song, and then the rest are free. I don't.
I just remember walking through the place and finding Travis at the ATM with the girl hanging all over him.
Yeah, Travis, sounds like you need to watch this show that I got planned.
Yeah.
It'll teach you not to do that.
I think I did that more than once, and we had an out-of-court settlement on a different one.
Wait, what?
Because I got multiple dances for multiple songs, and I just thought I don't know, but I didn't want her to stop. Basically, is what happened, and I didn't want to pay for it either. So I got you. So yeah, I ended up paying. She was kind of cool about it. She was really nice. Put it that way.
Do you have a roundabout number or no?
It was 7 songs at a
$20 a song.
Spearmint Rhino place. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I remember the dances vividly.
I have a couple of stories, but I don't know. We don't really want to dwell on them. Do you want the funnest story or?
I want the craziest one, like the what the F.
Okay,
story.
well, I don't really have a what the F story, but I have more like a oh my God story.
Okay.
I had a pretty crazy trip that I got the 3-story bungalow out here in Vegas at the Cosmopolitan. And the 3-story bungalow connects directly to the club, the day pool. So through that weekend, we probably had about 200 people come through. The video's on YouTube, my YouTube, Kenneth Frank, and it's pretty crazy. And but anyways, so throughout the weekend, at one point, we ordered some strippers to the room. And it was 2 strippers who came to the room, and they were cute. I mean, they weren't drop dead crazy, but they were cute, and they started doing their thing and whatnot. And we ended up saying it was like my bachelor party. So they ended up whipping out 2 strap-on dildos, and they put one around my waist and one around my forehead.
Oh.
And I got to go to work on both of the girls.
What?
It was like a seesaw, almost like a teeter-totter, or it was weird.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was all my boys standing around watching. It was entertaining. It was cool.
Well, there goes our 15 and younger audience. Not that we probably had anyone.
Well, I didn't say anything crazy. Everything was toned down.
That's all right.
People can use their imaginations.
There's an expletive warning on this anyway, so.
I usually click it.
Not the worst thing that's been said on the internet.
No. We said some pretty outrageous shit on political diarrhea.
Yeah.
So today I got my first go at working in 100-degree weather in Bakersfield. It was not that bad, but as you can see, I'm kind of sunburned.
You're gonna have to start wearing the sunblock just on those spots.
I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how I'm gonna do that. I don't know how that works yet, but it was all right. You know,
I'm understand how sunblock works.
No, because I'm not. I don't understand how that's going to work. I should say, because I'm not thinking about putting on sunblock as I'm putting my boots on in the morning, but I probably will.
Let me tell you something I learned from experience. Do not get that shit in your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't even don't put it on your eyebrows if you're gonna be sweating because it'll just drip into your eyes.
Well, we used to be pretty good when we'd go to the beach, every freaking weekend.
We'd be pretty good about not putting it on and getting dark.
We got burnt too.
I got scars to prove it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Burns eventually turn into color.
Not for Sean.
After you peel.
No, not for Sean.
And skin cancer.
Yeah, they turn into potential skin cancer for Sean.
Yeah.
Well, you guys hear about the the Muslim refugee in Germany that attacked all those people on the train?
I did.
I briefly heard something about it.
Yeah, he was screaming Allah Akbar. He killed one. Actually, I think it was a pastor or a priest or something, and then wounded 3 others. It started on a train, and after the train stopped, he got out. You can see like bloody footprints. And, in Germany, that has some of the strictest gun control in the world, where the use of self-defense is prohibited with a firearm. Although there are a couple million weapons registered in Germany, but it's mostly for recreational and hunting and stuff like that. You're not allowed to use it on anybody else for any reason.
Well, I think that's...
Hear that the cops subdued him without shooting him? Funny how that works.
I did hear that as well. If they... Yeah, I don't know.
We should start sending our police to Germany for training.
He definitely didn't get, what's it called? He needed to... Yeah, our cops just need to go there.
But,
Yeah.
Who would ever thought we would have been taking lessons from Germany?
Well,
I'm
they're
sure
not.
a lot of Germans that thought that back in the day, but
Ready.
What's up, Norbert?
You saw me?
What's up, dude?
Oh, not much. How y'all doing?
I'm good. You got to come sit down and have a conversation with us sometime.
Yeah, sure. I'll be listening on the side here for a minute.
Okay, we want you on one week coming up.
Oh shoot.
we're doing Travis's podcast.
So you guys enjoy yourself and
Right on, man. Miss you, buddy.
all right, miss you guys.
I'm
Love
probably
you.
going to move outside so the kid can run around and play without getting in my way or me getting in his way, or however that works.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just...
So, yeah. So they took this guy down without shooting him, which you don't see too often in America. For someone that's being that crazy and violent, murdering people. But I don't know, if you're out in the open and you're murdering someone, the cop probably has a right to shoot you. I mean,
But their cops don't. I don't think their cops carry around guns.
I know, but I'm just saying, ethically, theoretically, if
Yeah,
you
'cause-
are stabbing multiple people, you deserve to be shot and killed there on the spot.
Yes and no. Like, because what happens if the guy literally has just a mental break? Like, should a mentally disabled person? And I know a lot of defendants try to claim that once they get into court, whatnot. But what about in the legitimate cases?
Yeah, I mean, I guess something could be said to have some sympathy for, the mentally ill or whatever, but...
And I really think that's the largest problem with our police force. They're not trained or equipped with the tools to deal with a lot of the mentally ill.
They're not trained enough. I'm sure they get some kind of training, but they're not trained enough.
Well, think about it. It takes a psychiatrist, 9 years or 8 years of school in order to fully be able to deal with somebody, to diagnose someone. So imagine dealing with someone that's not diagnosed. And I feel sympathy for the cops because they're showing up to the situation not knowing anything. But when you see incidents like this, it makes you really think. There's got to be alternative ways to deal with people who don't have firearms, at least.
Well, am I the only one that remembers that incident in Manhattan where the guy was serial stabber on the subway, and then a cop locked himself behind a door while just a regular citizen subdued the guy?
Yeah, I followed that guy on Twitter. It was yeah.
You followed the stabber or the guy?
He's famous for it. He was training. He's in the MMA scene kind of, but basically. Yeah, this guy, this crazy person, psycho with a knife, was going around stabbing people, and this guy I think he had some kind of training. Ended up taking him down and like getting rid of the problem while the cops. I think it was more than one cop went into the other car and shut the door.
But the guy who stopped him got all sliced up in the
Oh
front.
yeah, he got cut pretty good. Yeah.
Like on the back of his head and his cheek and his back.
Yeah.
He was all fucked up.
He's a beast.
Joe. Shit. His name's Joe something. So look him up. Joe something. No. But yeah, that's it's pretty sad when you have people that that have more balls than the cops do. It's like you're in the wrong line of work, buddy, if you are not willing. But I mean, the cops didn't have guns. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to ask that question. That's Manhattan. They had to have had guns.
Yeah, the cops had guns in New York. Not sure about Germany, but
Yeah.
I know, like in England, the average cop doesn't carry a firearm. They have like a roving SWAT team in case they need firearms, but the beat cops don't carry guns in England.
Right.
Well, going back to the attack, it was politically motivated, and I think Europe's got a situation on its hands with the people that it's letting in. For that's my opinion.
Oh. That's a complicated subject.
My racist, bigoted opinion. Speaking of racist, let's go on to a really really touchy segment. A new thing I want to introduce called "Is It Racist?" And this is a perfect question. Kenny, I will ask you, since you are the only non-white person here right now.
It's kind of racist, guys.
That's all right. We can go there a little bit.
Yeah, he cleared it with me first. And I think I need to add the disclaimer, just because I say it's not racist or I say it's racist, it's not the end all or
No,
like.
you are the definitive guide to racism.
Yeah, that's it. It's pretty much whatever you think is how it's going to go.
And you shouldn't even think about it. Just make a gut decision and fucking call it.
All right.
All right, Kenny.
That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Is it racist to profile Muslims at airports?
I mean, yeah. If are we going with the definition of racism? Yes, it would be racist.
Is it morally objectable?
It'd be a form. It'd be a form of racism. Yes.
Is it morally objectable?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's more morally objectable than anything.
All right. Well, we shouldn't be
It would be
profiling
religious.
Betty White. I mean, she's obviously not a threat.
No way! Did you just hear about those like 3 Chinese chicks that were like 70+ years in age and got caught with an outrageous amount of heroin? Like they were trying to go through customs in New York, I believe, and they got caught. They might have been 60, and each of them, and between the 3 of them, they had 70 pounds of heroin, or it was something ridiculous. They tried to stuff it in tea bags.
That's a lot of tea bags.
Yeah, straight tea bags, 70 pounds. I believe it was 70 pounds, or maybe it was 70 tea bags. It was something ridiculous of heroin, and they were super old Chinese ladies trying to get it to the opium den.
Well, that's not necessarily a TSA issue. That's a DEA issue.
Yeah, it was customs. It was customs that caught him.
It's not terrorism.
But Travis was saying that Betty White shouldn't be pulled out for.
I'm sure Betty White flies private.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, let's go to another one. Is it racist to talk about white people in general? Or just
like,
say,
what do you mean talk about white people? Like,
just
talk bad about them?
Start a sentence with white people.
Start a sentence with white people always.
White people always. Yeah, I guess, but it's not if a white person's saying it.
So is it racist to talk about black people in general?
Not if a black person's saying it, no. But if another ethnicity is, then yeah.
Well, I guess. All right. I guess if you're saying something positive, it's not. But if you're saying something negative, it is.
Right.
Can we at least agree on that one?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It's not racist just to talk about a race in general, but if you're saying something negative about them, then yeah.
Okay. Glad we cleared that up. Are Band-Aids racist?
I don't think so. Why? Because they only have nude colored Band-Aids?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. When they sell multiple colored duct tape, they should have multiple colored Band-Aids.
But it's supply and demand. There's more people with that kind of skin tone than there is, If I put on a black Band-Aid, that thing's gonna stand out.
So a black guy just looks like he got Pelago or whatever it's called, the Michael Jackson disease.
I don't
Joe
even
Rogan has it too.
Band-Aids. They usually just like wrap it in tape.
Yeah. All right, that'll bring this segment of Is It Racist to a close. And let's move on to something Sean's going to be really fired up about. I can just feel it. That Facebook, as former workers for Facebook, we have come out and said that they purposely were disregarding stories that were trending on Facebook that were conservative-based stories, and they were using this injection tool that whoever was the moderator at the time would inject whatever they're politically believe in into. They would use this injection tool into the algorithm to put basically what their political beliefs or stories were. And to me, what's trending on Facebook is supposed to be what's trending on Facebook, and they should kind of leave that shit alone. And they would amplify or press certain stories. It's supposed to be a neutral pipeline that delivers the news.
It's
right?
supposed to be, but it's privately owned. So,
well,
you can't really. Go ahead.
No. I was thinking out loud. Sorry.
Well, yeah. In my opinion, I mean, you would like for it to be, and especially if it's being portrayed as such. But I mean, there's editing that happens in the news all the time. Like, it just happens, and you shouldn't really rely on Facebook for your only point of news sources.
But it's a pretty powerful platform for news because everybody's on Facebook and everybody looks at what's trending. So,
I agree. But where you're getting your information could be in a accredited site. So
but I've never seen them do anything on like the Drudge Report or like.
I see.
I've never seen it personally. You've seen it on there?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Or like Breitbart.
I've seen Breitbart on there. But okay, I got a couple things. First thing, Facebook's property, and they can do whatever the fuck they want with their property. Second thing, how are they any different than MSNBC or Fox News? Fox News and MSNBC both do the same exact thing, in two different directions. And third thing is, like, if you get your news from Facebook, you deserve to be lied to.
That's pretty much my feeling on it.
But it's still powerful. Everyone still sees it and clicks on that shit. Most people don't use Facebook to get their news, but it's still putting it in their face. And I guess it's their company; they can do whatever they want with it. but it's supposed to be a neutral pipeline for whatever is trending and what people are posting about, and they're not doing that. Which, in turn, now that this information's come out, it might, it could drive some people on the fence to be a little more conservative. I think, because it's going to piss some people off, kind of like a violent protest or something, like the Trump rally. The Trump rally and that thing, how it makes you're out there for a cause, but you just piss people off, and your cause gets eliminated, and people actually go the other way. So there could be some of that going on.
Well,
Definitely.
yeah, it could backfire on them for sure.
And I think that Google is censoring Trump.
You think Google is censoring Trump?
Yeah.
Most people well, I guess it's kind of hard to say, but in most political times, like, people who have said the shit that he's said is just kind of eventually kind of slipped off into, like, kind of just fade away. Like, they stop getting covered as much, or like they start to recant. The problem with Trump is he has no shame. So, like, he doesn't care what he says because no one can say anything that would really affect him. If he doesn't win the presidency, he doesn't care. He just wants to add it to his name, like add it to one of his titles.
He's probably still giving the maximum donation to Hillary Clinton.
I would not doubt it.
I don't know. I mean, when I listen to his speeches, it sounds like he really wants to become president, and he's got a lot of ideas, especially his foreign policy. I enjoy hearing him talk about his foreign policy.
His foreign policy is shut off the borders and just bomb everybody. That's his foreign policy.
But he's also said he was catching shit from the right, calling him an isolationist because he said he wouldn't be as quick to go to war as George W. Bush or Barack Obama. And then, on one hand he's saying he's going to bomb everybody. On the other hand, he's saying I wouldn't be so quick to go to war. And he's got everyone calling him a warmonger and an isolationist at the same time.
Because he speaks out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah.
Well,
on one hand, he just says whatever the fuck he
You
feels like.
listen to him?
Yeah,
Do you listen to his
you
speeches?
can't help but to. He's all over TV. Like, the news people are like fucking.
No. Not what the TV shows you. Have you listened to a whole entire speech?
Yes, they publicize his speech from beginning to end.
That's why I got on the Google censoring Trump, because I was trying to look up. I would type in Donald Trump speech, and it would give one from like 2 years ago. Would be the top thing. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? You have to go into YouTube, type it in, and then go down. YouTube gave some pretty recent ones, but if you go to the news, which should be the most recent, you click on the news tab. It was bullshit, and he's got an America first foreign policy. He's not into the nation building and stuff like that, and neither am I. I think that we need to let countries go through their own natural process and not intervene, like what happened in Libya. I'm not sure how much we had to do with that, but he's talking about some good stuff. And if it's Trump or Hillary, I got to say that I'm supporting Trump now, because I don't want some lying criminal in the White House, another one.
Well,
So,
I would support a convicted murderer over Hillary, so that's not. That doesn't say anything.
and now that Cruz dropped out, a lot of big backers are starting to switch over to Trump. I like what he talks about letting Europe and Asia defend themselves, because we're over there, and it's not like we're getting anything for helping out these countries. We're not. All we're doing is increasing the deficit.
Okay. So if he wants to reduce our military, if he wants to reduce our military presence, why does he want to put more money into the military?
I haven't heard that.
he talks about it all
I
the time.
heard
He
him
says that,
want to take
our
money.
forces. He says that all of our forces have been reduced so much by Obama that he wants to rebuild the military, and he does in some instances say that the military budget needs to be cut, but then in other instances he says that Obama's been a detriment to the military, and he slashed the military, and he's going to rebuild the military from the ground up.
Well, internationally, we have too much presence. We have a base in like 170 countries, which is not. It's kind of dumb. I'm not sure that's all on Obama, but he's got this America first foreign policy, and he does not think our allies are doing enough to help. So we're just out in these conflicts, pretty much flying solo. When
I agree with that, but do you think the option is to leave NATO?
America doesn't need to leave NATO, but countries that are in NATO aren't putting their 2% into.
NATO's gotten kind of bigger than it was ever intended to be. The problem with NATO is we've let all these Eastern Bloc countries in. Like, this whole Ukraine thing was about Ukraine wanting to join NATO, and I can't blame Russia for being like, oh no, fuck that. I mean, what if Mexico wanted to join a organization whose sole intention was to say fuck the United States? We wouldn't allow that shit to happen. And NATO's whole intention is to present a united front to Russia, and then we're trying to get Ukraine to join. Yeah, Russia ain't gonna go for that shit. NATO it's past its usefulness.
Yeah, Russia does not mess around when it comes to what they want. That's for sure.
Well, it just wouldn't make sense for America to attack them over what is it, Crimea?
Crimea River.
This whole pissing match with Russia, like, some people think Obama's a brilliant statesman, and some people say he's a shitty statesman, but I think this whole pissing match with Russia has been a pretty bad mark on his reputation and his foreign policy legacy.
I don't think so. I think if you don't...
He's getting embarrassed by Putin, who's a fucking thug. Like, Putin's a KGB thug, and he's just, like, out political maneuvering. That was a fucking mouthful. He's just
you should have just
maneuvering Obama left and right.
I don't think so. I think the fact that Russia's economy is hurting, and that's the thing that people don't think. That's the thing that people don't focus on. Like, Obama's just sitting back and basically, if Putin still keeps going down this route, he's going to end up bankrupting the country again. And what broke up the USSR? Bankrupting the country.
But look at what's hurting Russia's economy.
All the embargoes.
Hurting. Their primary export is oil.
Right.
And we've artificially dropped the price of oil through, selling more of our reserves, and also, our buddy Saudi Arabia, who we shouldn't even be friends with, is fucking flooding the market with oil. You don't think we're calling the shots on that?
Oh, I don't doubt it one bit. But the whole U.S. game is oil. Like, our whole economy was built off of our land. Oil, not our whole economy. That goes way further back. But like, the whole Industrial Revolution was based off of the fact of how much oil was found in the United States before anywhere else in the world.
Well, yeah, it definitely gave us a jump start on everyone else. We were the first ones to really figure out how to use it in a wise way, too.
Yep, that's what basically helped us become a superpower.
But, I mean, us, like, basically artificially... I mean, it's hard to say artificial, because the price of oil getting so high was artificial in the first place. But us causing the price of oil to plummet is essentially like economic warfare with Russia. And, the average citizen probably doesn't see it that way, because, trust me, I've enjoyed, gas being under $3 a gallon. In fact, I bought a new car in, like, August of 2014, and if I had known gas was going to go down, I would have got the V8.
Yeah, I'm paying I think $2.33 right now.
Yeah, well,
I just saw it go over 3, but I was in the sticks.
301 earlier, but
Yeah. Yeah.
like Russia's hurting. Saudi Arabia's hurting too. I don't know how long they're gonna keep it up.
Yeah. And so silent ninja moves.
I wonder what's going to come up out of this Panama Papers with all of Putin's friends that he was running through all these crooked businesses through.
I mean, go ahead.
I respect Putin on a certain level because he's like a man's man, and he says what he means what he says, and but for a lot of his country is so poor, they've got this synthetic heroin out there that some of it's bad. It's called crocodile.
Oh yeah, the gasoline based crap.
It's not cool, but as far as the oil thing goes, yeah, we imposed an embargo on them, and all Russia did was go sell to China. I think they could definitely take care of their people a little more. Maybe that's something that I would want to do some reading on like Russian healthcare or Russian welfare, or how many the unemployment rate. Would be interesting to look that kind of stuff up.
The thing about the Panama Papers, though, is like we act all shocked and flabbergasted when shit like that comes out. Like I think everyone in Russia knows what's up. They know their rich people are doing that shit. It's no surprise to anyone.
So it's just another way that they could keep the money for themselves and not distribute it to the people. Am I right or am I right or am I right?
No, not exactly. It's, people set up offshore companies so they can make money and not have to repatriate it and pay taxes on it. I mean, indirectly, it's so they don't have to redistribute it to the people, but it's more so you could keep what you earn. But there's not very many Americans on the list. I mean, so far they found 36 Americans on that list.
Has it gotten even that high? I don't even know what's that high.
Yeah, but they haven't found that many Americans on the list because we have Nevada and Delaware.
Like Connecticut. I think.
There's like 27 states where you don't have to pay state income tax, and Nevada, Delaware, they don't have corporate tax. So
nope.
We have places that offer tax benefits that are way more convenient than setting up an offshore company. And besides, Americans seem to prefer like Swiss bank accounts and fucking Bahamas. No, I guess I'm on my own. It's not even my podcast. So, yeah. Anyways, I was,
Oh, hey.
talking to myself.
That's what happens. Sometimes you gotta vamp.
Well, you left first. It was really Travis that fucked up.
My bad. Didn't mean to leave you hanging there.
Sorry.
But where you left off with the Panama Papers, yeah, or last that I heard, yeah, there's no reason for really Americans, unless they're old school or stupid and have a horrible accountant, to be on that list.
Unless they're selling body parts or something, and they need to hide that. Oh, no, wait, then they could go work for Planned Parenthood. I don't actually have much of an opinion on that, but it just seemed to fit.
Yeah, it worked. Travis, we got a next subject? Maybe he doesn't hear us. He'll be able to edit this. He can't hear us. He's not plugged in.
I wish we could just switch to his video so that everyone could see what he was doing.
Yeah, he connects it, or he's the one that has it.
Yeah, I tried to click on the control room and it told me I couldn't.
Yeah.
We're not allowed. I'll edit this part out. I had to move. PJ's getting fussy.
Yeah.
I think you're the one on the. Well, I might be the one on the big screen now that I'm talking.
Yeah, it's whoever's loudest.
Yep. That's how I like it. Unless I click on one, then it'll stay on that one.
We
You're
can't hear you, dude.
yeah, your microphone is not working.
My kid stole my headphones, so
Can you hear me now?
working off the laptop.
Nope. I mean, I can hear you faintly, but not going down.
Hello?
Nope.
Well, while you sort this out,
Boy.
I'll be right back.
Yep. So while they're going off, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about my. Nope, we can't hear you yet. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about my show. It will be a Moist Day Club based show, produced show.
Can you hear me now? Good?
Nope. I don't even think you're. Yeah, I can't hear you because you're not even. Nope, you're not even coming up on the screen.
La 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 la.
There you're coming up now, but you're still. It sounds like you're super far away.
It's, hold on.
Oh, I think you just came in. No. So Strip Talk, guys. Yes, it'll be Las Vegas based. It'll just give you guys the ins and outs of Vegas. It'll definitely keep you from spending money like Travis did. We'll feature strip club deals, different areas of town to avoid, different areas of town you can go to. And then once we get big enough, we'll probably expand to a little bit off of the strip, which, you go a mile or two, or not even a mile, you go half a mile off the strip, and you'll save a tremendous amount of money. I'm just vamping here.
Travis, you sort your shit out?
Not yet.
Apparently not.
Nope. Oh, yeah, I think you did, actually. Travis, I think you're good.
We can hear you, I think.
There you go. You should
Do I
be good.
sound good?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm the best.
All right,
So I'll
next
just edit
topic.
this part out.
Next topic.
That's what I'm here for. Now, I would like to introduce another new segment to the podcast called What the Hell is Going On in North Korea?
What the hell?
What the hell is going on in North Korea? Monday, North Korea detained a BBC correspondent, Rupert Wingfield Hayes, pretty much for not reporting the way that North Korea likes you to report, even though they claim they opened up their borders to foreign press, which they don't do too often. Like,
Yeah, but the same day they kicked a bunch of journalists out. It lasted hours.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
in the sideshow that is North Korea, that's how that shit works.
they're just lucky they didn't get detained.
I'll post a video on the Facebook page, Mercury's Cast. Please, if you're listening, go to Mercury's Cast and like the page. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Also, it's Mercury's Cast. For the dozen of you that are listening. So what happened is that this BBC guy went over there and visited children's hospitals with these patients that look perfectly healthy, and these dudes that he said did not look like doctors. So that's kind of subjective. And he kind of had some not nice things to say about Kim Jong-un. I think he called him like a polite way of saying he's fat. So that got him detained for 8 hours, and he had to sign an apology, and he got expelled for life. So that's what the hell is going on in North Korea. You guys got anything to say about that?
why would anyone want to go and report there? You're not gonna find out anything new. Like,
I want to go there and report there
oh,
because
I'd want to go and go sightsee, but why would you even attempt to write anything negative about him while you're in country? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
People are dumb.
people are. That's. I think, Sean, that's your favorite saying, isn't it?
It's really how I feel.
You should put it on a shirt. You should put it on a shirt.
Dude,
I'm serious. I found a Facebook group last night with 12,626 people in it that believe the Earth is flat.
Well,
it is, bro. It's all a hoax.
I think B.O.B. is one of those 12,000.
Oh, he's like their fucking prophet. Him
But
and Tila Tequila.
Oh God.
Oh.
I would
I
not want to
happened
be.
upon it, and I just, and the funny thing is, there's comments like, I was really concerned about this, and I realized this is all satire, and then everyone would just like fucking tell that person to fuck off.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Speaking of Tila Tequila, though, do you remember when she was a MySpace sensation?
That's how she became famous.
Remember
Oh,
when
yeah.
she got hit in the head with a beer bottle at that Insane Clown Posse show? She was trying to be a musician.
What?
Yeah, that's what she gets. Not really.
I would love to know the details on that.
She was playing at that.
Was she playing the guitar?
She was singing in some band with,
Yeah.
and at the fucking gathering of the fuckheads or whatever the big.
Giggolos or Juggalos or something.
Yeah.
Apparently they have like they're on like the FBI watch list.
You
Have
should
you
be
guys
on the
heard?
fucking mental health watch list.
They're not that bad if you listen to them talk. I mean,
Well, no.
their
Apparently
music's
the
pretty
group
great.
does. Apparently they do a lot of good things as like an organization.
I'm not mad at the two guys making money,
No,
but
yeah,
all the
it's the
fans
people.
are fucking idiots.
It's the people
Yeah, their
going
fans
that
are the stereotypical white, I'm gonna fight you, hip hop head, kind of like wife beater, trailer park trash. Is that racist? Is that racist?
No, because you're saying it yourself. You identify. You identify as Caucasian. You're good.
No, I identify as a black woman because I can identify however the hell I want to these days.
No, you can identify sexually however you want. You can't say that. I mean, I guess no one could actually prove that you weren't. But
No, what about that NAACP lady?
what? Oh, yeah, but she got called out on it. What do you mean?
I'm still not convinced that Sean King is black.
Yeah,
I mean,
has.
I could shave my mustache like that too. That doesn't make me black.
Yeah, he took some hell for that.
Is Steph Curry black? That
Yeah,
is the most light-skinned dude. I almost said something else, but that is the.
that would not have been good.
I
That
would-
would
I
not
would
have been good.
We're gonna have to go back to is that racist?
Real quick.
No, we shut that segment down. But in all honesty, what Steph Curry's doing right now, and I've watched a lot of basketball in my days on this planet Mercury. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen, except for Kobe in some of those fourth quarters when he would turn it on. I mean, it's comparable.
Yeah, but Curry's been doing it like for the whole game, hasn't he?
He
For the whole season.
he's like.
Well, he hasn't played in like he didn't play in like 20-something fourth quarters this season. Like they were that far
They
ahead
were
that he
resting
didn't have
because they were kicking everyone's ass and they
It
didn't
was
need him.
120 to fucking 65. You don't need to play with stars, right? Didn't you play football, Kenny? Don't you know this?
Well, yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, there was no reason for, like, Travis's argument on the fourth quarter. Like, there was no reason for him to play.
No,
in
I'm
the
talking
fourth
Kobe
quarter.
Bryant in the playoffs fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's true.
Which he lost some games, but he single-handedly won some games for the Lakers too.
Yeah, he's definitely clutch. I would take him, but
Kenny,
I
me
think
and you got to do a Mercury Sports podcast one of these days.
I'm down. You should plug it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna separate Mercury Sports from regular podcast from now on. So the next Mercury Sports will be episode 3, and we will go on
Like
from
you're
there.
actually going to make a different podcast with a different subscription, or are you just
No, I'm just gonna do the episodes differently, just so I think my ego liked the number. Oh, I'm on my 9th podcast now, or oh, I'm on my 10th, but they really should be separated.
Hey, you don't even have to give them numbers.
No, I do. That's one thing I want to do. I want to be able to reference them.
Nice.
It could be Mercury podcast. Travis goes to fucking Jupiter, whatever.
I thought about doing a unique episode or a unique intro for every episode, but
You got time for that?
I have time and I have music for it. So
Must be nice.
how long does it take for me to pull up a iTunes clip and then plug it into Logic?
More time than I have. I mean, what is this, episode 9, episode 10, and this is the first time I've been on, but I've been in your group chat since the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
You know you're welcome to come on whenever
I think
you
that was
want.
the other Sean talking about midget sex and stuff.
I have no idea. I just know that I'm in a group. I'm in like so many group texts throughout the day that I don't even pay attention to like really who's texting. I just read the previous message.
So like
Just
things
respond.
about midget sex pop up, you don't even bother to look at who sent
When
them?
were we talking about midget?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I see when you said it. Yeah, I did think it was the other Sean. I had no clue.
And it wasn't we, it was just me.
So Kenny, I have something to ask you.
What's up?
Would you say, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how far are you on Gary Vaynerchuk's nuts?
Oh,
I mean, how much ball washing is actually going on there?
for like complete all wrong, go, quick, goggling and all. That dude's the man.
I read his
No,
book
he is, but
a while-
it's like
a couple years ago.
I haven't done that. I haven't gone that far.
you can't just. All right, this is like if white privilege ever existed, it's this motherfucker right here, and he's thinking that everyone can just sign up for what he's doing, which is not true.
Well, that's not what he says at all. He says that you have to be practical, but he also says like in your 20s you should take that time if you don't have a family, if you don't have kids, to like grind it out, like sleep on a couch, like save your money, like focus on your business instead of going out and partying, which I think is just a positive message that looking back on it, I wish I would have took business a little bit more serious throughout my mid-20s, because then I probably would have already been where I'm at now at just 31.
I took business super seriously from my early 20s, and it almost killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that can happen.
Oh yeah, I was there. There was a fun. You know what? And the counterpoint to that was, I don't know if Sean did, but I had a lot of fun because he owned a studio that I rented a space out in, and that was some of the best times ever, in my opinion. And I wasn't saving money. I didn't care about that. I cared about having fun, and I had fun in my 20s. Looking back,
I had tons of fun, but I also like woke up tons of night in the middle of the night, fucking worried about money.
Yeah, it's definitely stressful.
yeah, it's like not everything.
Well, I think
frustrating because I heard this dude on the breakfast show with the God or whatever the hell his name is.
Charlemagne.
Yeah, that to call yourself the God is just a little fucking eat too. Ah, damn it! I dropped an F-bomb.
What are you trying? We already like went way past the explicit label. What do you care?
Well, last week I felt I was too excited. I used the F word probably 50 times, and I don't want to represent myself.
For someone who wasn't on the podcast last week, you were not too excited. You were fine.
All right. Well,
it was the malt liquor that made us feel that way. It was the malt liquor.
No, it was something. But I feel like I could represent myself without starting every sentence with the word fuck.
Yeah.
So he was on that show, and I felt like it was good. He's like, "Oh, on Sunday I can't I can't wait to go to bed to wake up on Monday and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I went and listened to him a little more, and I'm like, this guy is on some. I can't identify with it.
Well, okay, I think
know.
that's why I identify with the videos I've watched of him. That's more so what it is. Like he kind of speaks a lot of affirmation to what I'm doing, and like
Right,
so
because you're on some entrepreneur shit.
yeah, so like it just
I
more
mean,
so like a
I know. I
confidence
just was
builder.
trying to give you a little hard time because.
Oh no, I definitely post his videos, especially in the morning time. It's like right before. It's like the last thing I do before I get out of bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I read his book a couple years ago when it came out, that Crush It book, and I hate self-help books. And
Yeah.
it was one of the only self-help books I ever made it all the way through, and he made a lot of good points. And I've seen him in a couple of videos that I was like, oh, that's a good message, that's a good message. But in general, I find his voice abrasive, and I fucking can't stand to listen to him.
Yeah,
But
he definitely
I
has
generally
that in
hate
your
self-help.
face. He definitely has that in your face voice and attitude, and it's
Yeah,
not
I
for
mean, he's
not for
definitely
anyone.
from fucking Boston or something. Where is he from?
It's somewhere from the
Somewhere.
East, New York. I think he's always in
It's
New York.
somewhere north of Boston, south of fucking the Hamptons. I don't know.
Yeah, he's from a rich
But
family.
yeah, but
Have you-
he makes some good points. You know, it's not just like his points aren't just focus on your business. His points are like you gotta take some risks, and you gotta go out there and do what you're passionate about, and blah 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 blah.
It might not make you rich, but it's gonna make you happy.
Yeah, but he does he has definitely tapped into that self-help market, and I find all that stuff kind of annoying. It's just like
Some
Tim
of it,
Ferriss, dude. Like
it's
Tim Ferriss.
unrealistic. You're not gonna wake up tomorrow and all this good stuff's just gonna start happening for you.
Well, you're not
Even
with
if you
that.
put in 100%, or you could you could work for a week, a month, a year, 100%, and still get no results.
Yeah,
No,
but
and but he says that he says that he says it's not gonna happen overnight. He says like he does he clearly states that. He says
What's his name? Can you say his name clearly for me? Because
as far as I know it's Varacek, but I don't know.
I thought it was Vorachuk, but yeah, close enough.
It might be. I don't know. I don't
why
ever
didn't
hear
you
him
should
say
just
his
change
name.
it to Smith? That's what most of the Jewish people do. They just change their name when it's too wonky.
Unpronounceable.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't know, man. It's just it's the same thing with Tim Ferriss. Like Tim Ferriss has some good podcasts and he has some good points, but he just always goes back to like marketing like the self-help shit. Like
Yeah, and I haven't done any of that. I'm not big into Tony Robbins or anything like that.
yeah,
But this guy, I just watched his snippets. I don't even watch his like big hour-long conferences. I just watch like his 2-minute videos, just to get excited about the day.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I was just giving you a little bit of a hard time.
No, but have you seen that little 14-year-old kid that does it? He's this like 14-year-old kid.
I'm not trying to listen to that 14-year-old.
Thank you, but he has businesses paying him $10,000 to come out to speak.
I don't care. I don't care.
good for him.
I kid you not. Yeah.
I'll whoop his ass. I will whoop his ass. His little 14-year-old ass.
That's how I feel too.
Going back to Tim Ferriss, like, that guy just makes me feel lazy and makes me hate myself. When he has a good guest on, like Jamie Foxx or Mike Rowe or Jocko, I like to listen to those ones, but basically, like, all
Have
the
you
ones...
listened to Jocko's podcast?
I've tried. I started from the beginning, and the first 3 episodes were too boring. I didn't make it through.
His production value makes this podcast look like a Spielberg movie.
Oh, yeah. It's not good at all.
Yeah. I want my cut.
There was some Dead Space, and but I heard it's gotten better. I need to go and start because when you find a new podcast, you like to start from the beginning.
Well, I discovered it like right when he posted his first episode, and I never made it past the first episode. I made it halfway through the first episode.
No, it was terrible. But I liked him so much on Rogan and Ferris, and it was like, and then his guest or his co-host was That's about uninteresting as you can be.
Wasn't it his wife or something?
No, it's some black dude, I
Or
think.
that was someone. Maybe it was someone else that had their wife on. I don't remember.
Jay Moore did at some point. All right, I have another question for you guys.
What's up?
You guys ready for me?
Yep.
At what point, or even if, should minors' parents be charged if the kid has access to a gun and kills somebody?
Up to what age?
Yeah, it's up to what age. So say there's this 14-year-old kid, and there's a gun in a cabinet that everybody in the family knows that's not locked up. Should at some point this kid be his parents be brought up on any charges?
I think that's kind of what happens, isn't it? Don't the parents get in trouble too?
I think he's just asking, is it right?
Well,
Oh.
no. I'm asking what age should it? All right. So if the kid is 16, 17, 18.
Should he be charged or his parents stop?
His
should
parents.
His parents. I think it should pretty much. It's hard to say, but I would say probably around 14 or 15.
I would say if they're going to charge the kid as an adult, they can't charge the parents too.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good point.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
And what is your guys' feelings on being charged as an adult when you're a minor and like spending your whole life in prison?
I think it's bullshit.
No, I don't think any kid, even 18 years old. I mean, god damn, when I was 18, I was making some terrible decisions that, as an adult, like you can buy tobacco, but and then you're charged as an adult for committing a murder. It's definitely a complicated issue, and there's not, and every situation is unique, but also getting life when you're 18 years old, no, because your life hasn't even begun yet.
You know what I think we need? We just need like a rite of passage. You know, like ancient cultures had like a rite of passage, like some Native American tribes, you like went out into the desert until you saw fucking pink elephants or whatever.
Like Rumsprunga or whatever, like the Amish do.
Yeah, you need a rite of passage. And before that, you're a child. You can't smoke. You can't drink. You can't vote. You can't be in the military. You can't go to adult prison. And after that, you're an adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but you're going to be held accountable as an adult.
South Korea has you do 2 years in the military.
A lot of places do that.
Yep.
That's not a bad, it's not a bad
America
idea.
used to do that. America used to do that, or they used to not make you serve, but the whole draft.
I mean, you have to register. You register for selective service as a man when you're 18.
Yeah, but you're not going to get drafted.
Unless
Yeah,
you're
privilege.
Bernie Sanders. I mean, Elvis Presley went to the damn war. It's got to say a lot. I don't think any pop star
not
would ever go
exactly.
to a war now.
He didn't exactly go to the war. I mean,
Do you think Justin Bieber would sign up to go to a war?
He's fucking Canadian. They don't go to war.
They go to war with the snow in their front yard.
Yeah, they go to war with the fucking bear shitting on their lawn. That's about it.
Ooh.
Ooh, well, all right. What brought that up was this story, and it's still ongoing.
That's probably just got banned from Canada.
Sorry, you'll probably never go there anyways, right? Although I hear
Vancouver's nice.
Vancouver, yeah,
Oh.
and Melbourne.
That's Australia, isn't it?
In Australia. Hey, to be honest with you, they're both kind of one and the same. They're just in different parts of the world.
Apparently, Toronto's pretty hot.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to Canada at some point. Visit Toronto, Vancouver. I hear, is it Vancouver? Because I have a buddy on Twitter that I chat with sometimes. He says it's like the weather doesn't change that much. It's really mild.
Yeah, they have a different definition of mild than we do.
Yeah.
All right. So anything? What brought up that post to me was there's a kid in New York. Well, first of all, there's automatic murder charges in New York and North Carolina. 16 and 17, you're tried as an adult. And even in some cases, 13, 14, and 15, burglary, arsons, assault, and robberies, you can be charged as an adult. There's this particular case, which is really interesting, and it's still going on a kid who was, from a rival gang, was given a gun by his uncle for self-protection. He was on a bus and he had to use it. And he's being tried as an adult. And he was like, I think 16.
Was he being charged for murder, or what's he being charged for?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, was it
not...
not...
he was on a bus. Some rival gang members got on, and they pretty much sat on the bus until he got off. And then they were going to jump him, so he shot one of them and killed him. I'm kind of butchering the story. I should have been a little more prepared for this. But it's an ongoing case.
Did any non-gang members get hurt?
I think they did.
Oh, yeah, that might do it.
But
personally, I think if it's just a gang member that gets hurt, then why even charge them with the crime? Whatever. Those people know what they're getting into when they join gangs.
True. I mean, true, but then you just let that gang member back out onto the streets.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, the way I look at it is like, I've had friends. Me and Travis grew up with a lot of the same friends, and you grew up in Cerritos. There was a bunch of like wannabe gang members, and it sucks when your friend gets hurt or gets killed doing that kind of stuff. But they know they brought it on themselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the same as like an innocent person getting killed is a shame, but.
Agreed.
Well, I think that will about do it for this episode of Mercury's Cast. Sean, shout out to you for fixing my poop.
You're welcome.
Wait, what?
And you never even commented on... Shout outs and we'll get the hell out of here. Sean, you never even commented on my Facebook post that I did. You didn't like it? You didn't comment?
I don't know what to say. I saw it.
All right, there should be an option on Facebook. There's, how there's the like, and there's the all the new options. There should be like, okay, I saw this. I saw it.
Isn't that what like means?
Well, if you post it from like the Mercury page, it shows you how many views it got. But I don't know.
Anyways,
explain how I fixed your poop, or?
Yeah, I was on some strong antibiotics.
Uh-huh.
That
stopped you up?
That's Sean hitting his vape, by the way, if anyone's wondering. I was on some strong antibiotics because I had a lung infection, but somehow it messed up the bacteria, because that's what antibiotics do, right? They fucking kill bacteria. Damn, I did it again. And so it messed up the bacteria somewhere in my stomach, because there's like more different kinds of bacteria in your stomach than there are human beings on the globe right now. On Mercury.
I think there's more bacteria in the average gut than there are species of mammals.
Which is insane to think about.
Yes.
So apparently what had happened is that some of the bacteria in my stomach had gotten ruined, and there is a product called kefir. And Sean, do you want to give a little explanation on what kefir actually is?
It's just a yogurt that's full of probiotics.
Oh. It's
like a yogurt drink. It has a lot of probiotics in it. It's good for your intestines.
You're totally downplaying it. I was really worried. I was shitting sideways for 3 or 4 months. And it had me really worried, and I was at Sean's on actually some kind of really randomness, because I live in Bakersfield now, and it's still probably 90 degrees right now in this garage. Can't believe I'm not sweating that much. It's a dry heat. Anyways, and we got on this topic of on how I was like on poop. And he said, "All right, here, just take this." And then I drank it. The next day, it was
Boom, like that.
it was boom the next day, but followed by some battles. Now I'm fine, but it was like a battle. I feel like the kefir was.
When you first take it, especially like if your gut's been wiped out, like you get a little discomfort and everything while it builds back up. But yeah, I found that it helps me out tremendously sometimes.
When you eat Del Taco, do you shit sideways?
I do now. I didn't before.
I know, it's weird. Is it us or is it them?
Well, I don't eat it as often anymore. My body's not accustomed to that anymore.
All fast food has gone to shit in terms of quality.
I know,
Not
right?
In-N-Out.
Not In-N-Out.
Or Carl's Jr. I can handle Carl's Jr.
I can't really handle Carl's Jr. most of the time.
Yeah, that sucks. I can't handle Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is
Yeah,
not even food. It's just matter.
Taco Bell is
fucking matter.
designed to be a diuretic.
Man, I used to visit the one on Pioneer and South Street all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
so
was
good.
so good. But now any other
It's Norwalk in South, but yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
that's my local Taco Bell. Like a block from my house.
I don't know
Oh,
what they
man.
did. And the McDonald's in Artesia right there off of Pioneer used to be great. I mean, fast food used to be a luxury as a kid. It wasn't as popular as it is for most families now. You can tell the ones that frequent often. But and I feel like the burgers, the nuggets, the fries were different back when I was a kid. Again,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't go in a time machine and go to the McDonald's, but I'm willing to bet the way they make their food's a lot different now.
Hell yeah.
Even if it's not the way they make it, the ingredients have probably gotten shittier.
Well, that's still the way they're making it. I mean,
That's all bringing your company public does is reduce the quality of it.
Taco Bell was using grade D beef in like the 60s and 70s. I mean,
Oof.
fucking
What?
for a long time, Taco Bell bought their beef from the same people that Pedigree dog food did.
Ew. Gross. Well, I mean, it's true, probably true, but damn.
But, I don't know. In-N-Out. In-N-Out has not slipped.
Yeah.
They're still good.
Bum.
That's what a hamburger's all about, baby. Shout out to In-N-Out.
Yeah, and I got a shout out to Summer. Thank you for coming.
Oh, it's hot.
Is it summer in Vegas? Because it's not
Yeah,
summer
it's
here.
100 degrees.
It was fucking raining here like 2 days ago.
It was 100 degrees today, and I saw it was 70 degrees in Cyprus. And yeah, I think me and you are going to get similar weather patterns for some reason.
I'm sitting in my backyard right now. It's like 65 degrees. Light
Yeah.
breeze.
I'm sitting in my garage. It's probably still 90. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Oildale. Oh, you can't see it.
I can see it.
It says 91 degrees currently. Oildale's where I live. That's it's a white people ghetto.
Sounds like it.
So Bernie Sanders, for all you Bernie Sanders supporters and you himself that say that white people don't know what it's like to be poor, he's never been to Oildale before. I mean, where I live is nice, but it's like we're on the very north side of Bakersfield, and to get to the freeway, like I have to drive through some pretty ghetto shit. But
If you don't think there's poor white people, just go to the South. Everyone's poor in the South.
Kenny dropped out somehow. All right,
Oh, shit.
he might have waved,
Did
but
he do his wave?
I don't know. I can't look at the screen at me talking. It's too distracting, so I have to look away. So, I guess that will conclude this episode 9.
Yeah, my laptop's about to die anyways.
No, it's not.
It's at 14%.
It just needs to recharge the battery.
Yeah. But thanks for having me on, Travis.
Anytime, brother. And
I'm gonna go-
Sean, can you do me one favor? Can you tell everyone to step their game up?
No,
Come on, damn it.
step your game up.
Yeah!
That's a very fucking Peter. What's his name? Peter Holmes move.
I know. That's I kind of take bits and pieces from everyone, and that I like.
Cool. Well, even though Kenny's gone, if he listens to this, nice meeting you, Travis. Have a fantastic Friday night.
I will, and hopefully I see you soon. I'll give you a big hug.
For sure.
All